Hey shop owners, thank you very much for joining me on today's episode of Car Count Daily. My name is Ron Ipack, but you can call me Captain Car Count because that's all I've done for the past 20 years is help thousands of auto repair shop owners just like you to get and then keep all the top quality customers that your shop can handle. Now let me start off today's episode by asking you a quick question. Do you know what the number one job of marketing is? Well, in case you didn't know the answer to it, it's to get somebody to respond. Okay, if they don't respond, it didn't do you any good, right? They respond one of two ways. They're either going to pick up the phone to call your shop to ask some questions or to set an appointment, or they're going to simply stop in. Okay, so we want them to respond. That's the number one job of marketing. And if they don't respond that way, if they don't do anything, that marketing's not putting any money into your pocket, okay? So here's what I really want to talk about today. I want to talk about your sales prevention department that is on the other end of the phone or the person greeting them as the prospect comes in. Okay, if the job of marketing is done right, the people are going to respond. But now it's not marketing anymore. Now it's a matter of the people that you have working for you and how they treat the customer as they come in or get on the phone. Okay, in a lot of cases, and we've worked with thousands of auto repair shops, we're finding sales prevention departments are handling it, not a sales department, okay? And the way I look at it is there are two things that are required to get a sale. You need to have awesome customer service, and then you have to have awesome sales. Okay, and if you're not good at both of them, I'm going to tell you, you're losing a lot of opportunity. You're losing a lot of money. Okay, now customer service, what I talk about as how I define it is how they answer the phone. Okay, if the phone's answered properly, and the person is dealt with properly on the phone, an appointment is getting made, okay? Because that's the job. If somebody calls you on the phone, you can't fix a car over the phone, can you? No, so you got to get that appointment. And then when they come in to your shop, how are they greeted? How are they treated? You know, there's a lot of things that go into making somebody feel like they chose the right shop, and they feel really good about that. So customer service is imperative that you've got to get that right. First off, by the phone call, and the first impressions, and they got to feel really good before, during, and after the sale is done. Okay, so that's customer service. The other part of it is simply the sales. Now, I find a lot of shop owners and most of you are probably the ones that are doing the sales. You think you're really awesome at it, but you've probably not had a lot of training at it either. And if that's the case, chances are you're leaving a lot of money on the table because, and I don't know whether I actually, or how they come up with these numbers, but they say, there's several billion dollars of unsold services on cars that are driving around. Now, I don't know where they get that number, but I can pretty much guarantee it's a pretty darn big number. But if you're not able to make a sale, first off, you're not making any income, right? And if you're not making the sale, chances are you're allowing somebody to drive a car that's maybe unsafe and poorly maintained, and they're going to be out on the road. And I don't know about you, but I got kids that are out on the road, and I don't want somebody else's poorly maintained vehicle being around them at any point, okay? So we got to make sure that the sales are done properly. You have to understand that it's your job to sell them what they need and keep their cars properly maintained. And unless you're really good at doing that, chances are there are a lot of people that are walking away with those unsold services. Okay, so this is important. I mean, Car Count, this is Car Count Daily. This stuff is vitally important because that starts the whole process. But again, the marketing stops when the person picks up the phone or they come to your shop. At that point, you need very, very specialized training. You got to know how to answer that call, how to convert those price shoppers into great customers. You need to know how to greet somebody. You need to know how to treat them while they're there so they feel great, and you need to know how to properly sell the services, okay? And if you're not trained on that, I guarantee you're losing a lot of money because it's happening right there. If you're using these strategies that you're getting on these videos, chances are you're getting more car count. Now it's up to the personnel that you have working for you, or maybe it's you, maybe you're the one answering the phone, or maybe you're the one selling it. You need to be properly trained. Now, this is so important of a subject that coming up next month, we're actually doing a 2-day live training in Cleveland, Ohio to help you with both aspects of it, customer service and sales. And it's so important. We're doing it at a very, very, very low cost because we want to get as many people involved in this training as possible. Now, we've done this for over a dozen years, and it sells out every single year, and we get rave reviews and well over 50 50% of the people that attend this event are coming year and year and year and year. So right now, just without doing any advertising, we're about 50% full, okay? Now, if this interests you, great. And look, if you think you do a great job, and you do a great job with your customer service and sales, maybe you don't need this, okay? But if you feel that you could probably do better at that, then I invite you to join us at that training. Now, if you want to get more information on it, go down below the video and click, and you'll see an interview that I did with my 2 business partners who are shop owners just like you, who are actually going to be doing that training in Cleveland. And they'll be talking about why you should be there, what you're going to learn, who should be there, and we'll give you all the down and dirty details of attending that event. So if this is something that you feel is important as I feel it is, again, I love marketing, but the marketing doesn't put the money in your pocket. It's the customer and service and sales that actually puts the money in your pocket. So if you have trouble, with that conversion process, this 2-day training will definitely put you in the right spot. Okay, so if you're interested in finding out a little bit more, go down below the video, click the button. You'll watch a short video, an interview between me and my 2 partners, and you'll find out a whole lot more about it. And hopefully, you'll join them in Cleveland next month, okay? Thank you very much for joining me on today's episode of Car Count Daily. If you got any questions at all, please go down below this video and post them there. That's how I get most people, that's how I get ideas for these videos. I answer lots of questions on there and love to answer questions from you, okay? Thank you very much for joining me today. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.